Hello and welcome to the Games Lab. I am Unka and you are in the lab. We are just coming back after our little Christmas break. Today is December 27th. I hope you have had an awesome Christmas. I hope Santa was very good to all you little ones out there. And all you big ones, I hope it was a good holiday with friends, family, and loved ones, as it should be. So now, Oxygen Not Included came in with a pretty heavy upgrade last time. It actually changed a lot of the morale and things like that. So now, since we are over 5 weeks to the next update, we're going to start with a brand new game. Alright, as you can see, we are 5 weeks and 6 days from the next upgrade. In that time, we should have plenty of time to build and go. So we're going to be starting off with a new game here, of course, always survival. And custom. Okay, there we go. I will be posting the World Gen seed. Everything else we're just leaving on regular. And we are off into the new world. What are we going to find today? Well, I know a little bit about what we're going to find. I had dislocated my arm about a week ago, which really slowed things down. I've been taking codeine every day just to cope with the pain. So, now that I'm starting to feel a bit better, I'm back in. I've got a new computer, which you're not really going to notice much of a speed increase because, well, I had a good computer to begin with. So here we are to start with our new duplicants. We will take a quick pause and we will be right back with the new one. Alrighty, we have chosen our duplicants. We have chosen Big John the Miner. Big John. He's got 5 digging, 1 athletics, and 1 strength, which will be nice to boost for his carrying capacity. He's also got the bonus of a little bit of construction and tinkering. Those are always helpful as well. Now he's a narcoleptic, so he's going to pass out every once in a while. I can deal with that, that's fine. Just move him. And he likes to tinker, so he's also good at running and operating things. Next, we found our farmer. He has +5 farming and +2 athletics for a good run speed. He's also got +3 cooking, which is good because in the beginning I like to use my farmer as a second-hand cook. That way he's farming and cooking as he gets going. The +2 learning is a nice little bonus. And he's a yokel, so he cannot do research. And he's a gourmet, so he gets a negative food benefit, but he's got good cooking skills, so it works out in the end. Finally, we have our researcher, Dr. Jones. He's a loud sleeper, so we're going to have to put him off in a private little bedroom. But he's got +5 learning, and I could not turn that down. He's also got 2 strength and 3 athletics, so when he's not working, he'll be good at carrying and moving things. Now, he is a loud sleeper, as I said, but he does have the research benefit and +5 learning, so I really couldn't turn that down. He's going to be such a good researcher. Alright, so let's embark. We are going into the breach, and welcome to episode number 1. Let us see where we take our little duplicants. Alert! I've awoken with a startling crew of 3 duplicants, but the situation here is not as we expected. Resources are scarce, and our pod is embedded miles beneath the planet's surface. I must help my duplicants survive before I investigate what went wrong. Well, apparently something went wrong, and we're going to have to fix that. Alright, so let's pause that and take a quick look around. We've got a little carbon pit here, that's fine. But a nice big algae area, that'll keep us going for a while. More copper and coal, lots of plants. Tons of water. More copper down here. This will be a nice little area for a carbon pit. As I said, I've already worked on this a little bit, so I've got a basic idea of where I'm going. Let's start off by digging this out. We're going to need to go up to about there. And get them started. Alright, there we go, boys. Let's see your digging get put to good use. Now we can build a little ladder so we can get our outhouse built. Now when starting any game, the first things you need are an oxygen diffuser and an outhouse. I like to have the outhouse built before the first break. I find that's one of the things, it's just the way I like to do it. You don't have to do it that way. I know they don't really forcibly have to go to the bathroom until I believe the first cycle and a half or something like that. but that's okay. Oh, why did I dig that down all the way? I didn't mean to do that. I dug that down too far. There we go. Fix that up real quick. It doesn't matter if they've got that base there. Yes, it does, because they cannot reach over. There we go. There we go, a little carbon drop. Next, we're going to want to work on the restrooms. Now, we're going to leave a couple spaces there. And drop down. Now, we're going to want to leave our top tile about there. I like to set a marker so I know where it's going to go. If we move it up one, as we dig it out, this sand would fall and this water would drain out. We do not want that. That makes a big mess. There we go. That's where our bathroom is going to be. So we've got that laid out. That can go down there because that's all solid. Dig that into there because we're going to have that room and more, so they can work on that while we start the layout. Okay, now the first thing we need is a wash basin. Okay, so that's going to be door, a room for a deodorizer, and a wash basin. Next thing we're going to need is an outhouse. Now we want to leave room for a couple of more wash basins because we're going to be using those later on. There we go. As we expand, we will just add another wash basin and another outhouse. Keep things organized. Means a little more digging in the beginning, but that's just fine. Now we don't need these placeholders anymore. We do need to bring our ladder down a bit more. Let's set our priority up here. We want the outhouse built first. We're not worried about when they do the room. And we want this part of the ladder built. Okay, now as we're working on that, we're going to set up the next thing we're going to need. A place for them to sleep. Now, I wouldn't want to be sleeping without a nice cuddly bed, so 1, 2, space, and one more. There we go. Dig that out. Alright, they will soon be working on that and getting that done. Takes a few minutes to get things built. But while they are working on that, I will get the schedule set up. Now, I like to just add a couple of new schedules. I have 3 duplicates. I like to start off with 3 shifts of 2 duplicates each. That's where I like to end up for a while before I get serious. So the first thing you want to do is clear off 2 of the schedules. Add an extra downtime so they can go to the bathroom. Now they do not need a bathroom break. They are just fine using the bathroom in their downtime. I have not had a problem with that yet. And as you can see, when one downtime ends, the next one begins. Or when one sleeping cycle ends, the next one begins. Oops, and I forgot to move them. That was silly. Alright, let's see. We want Big John the Miner on the first shift. Farmer Joe on the second. And Dr. Jones on the final shift. There we go. As you can see, they've got the wash basin almost built. There we go. Set priority on that to 6. That way they'll get some water in there right away, and set the direction to the right. Because they only need to use it going out. They don't need to use it coming in. They're not coming in and going anywhere. And I have no plans for that. So while they're working on this, I'm going to show you something else interesting I found out about this place. There's no germs on any of the slime here. There's all this slime down here, including this little chunk here with no germs, emitting polluted oxygen. Down here, none of this slime has any germs on it, so that's pretty cool. Makes for an interesting starting place. I'm curious to see what's in there. I haven't found out yet. But as you can see, all the other slime has germs. Lots of them. So we're going to see what happens there. Another thing we have is a water geyser up here. That's going to heat this area up quite dramatically over time. So we're going to want to get the insulated tiles built. That's going to be a bit of work and a bit of research. Okay, now that we've got that working, we want the priority on this set to 6 so we can get their beds made. And then we'll start working on expanding. The next thing we're going to need to get going is we're going to need to get research going. There we go. Now we will get some dirt in there right away. We've already got water in our wash basin. And our outhouse is up and running before the end of cycle 1. Which is good because it looks like Big John just decided he needed to go. Nope, he's having food first. Fair enough. Okay, Big John, you are the first one. You get the first cot. Second one goes to Farmer Joe. And Dr. Jones, the last one will be yours. And as you can see, I'm not digging out the whole area incredibly fast. I'm not in a rush to do it. I'm just getting things set up and built. Get the infrastructure built and then worry about making it pretty. That's my theory. And we are slowly getting the infrastructure built. Let's set the priority on... Oh, that guy is set to 6. That's fine. Okay, so we've got Dr. Jones going off to build that. Farmer Joe is working away. And we got all 3 cots up before cycle 1. We're off to a good start. Next we will be working on our power. Let me set up some quick things here. 1, 2, that will be for our battery grid. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be for our power. And it also digs us a nice little carbon pit. Because we can dig right into this area. Starting from about there. Now for research, you need power. Because you can't run a research station without power. I'll give that 1 space. Drop in 2 little batteries. That's all you need for the beginning. We'll put more batteries in later. Oh, we are out of copper. Well, we can wait a second to get more copper. We're digging it up now. That I can cancel because we don't need. This I want to dig out so we got more air. There we go. That'll drop the carbon down quicker as well. And on for the final break is Dr. Jones. That means Farmer Joe is sleeping, and we have Big John the miner working away. That's good. He's our best digger. He's the guy we want down here right now anyway. Yes, go clean it up. There we go. No. There we go. You can dig that up too. That'll save a little bit of time. Now we're doing alright if we're on cycle 2 and we've already well into our power supply here. Beds are all built, everybody is satisfied. Might as well set Dr. Jones up with his own bed. Make him feel special. As you can see, we're not getting a lot of carbon in here yet. We can build out a little further. This carbon's more down here than up here. A little bit of carbon, but nothing to worry about. We are not worried about that at all. This is what we want to get done. It's time to set the priority. No, we're not going to do that yet. I need wires still. After I put in the wire, Then we will set the priority. There we go. Cancel that. No, cancel. I did that backwards. I should have clicked out. There we go. That's what we want. Now we can set the priority. Make sure they get this built. And right up to there, because we are going to put in an oxygen diffuser. And we are going to get some oxygen floating about our colony. There we go. Now we're starting to get the basics of survival going. We've got our hamster wheel, as I like to call it. You spin me right around, baby, right around. Yes, you do. And soon enough, they will be. We've got our water closet built. We've got our beds built. Nothing even close to a bedroom yet, but that's okay. It is coming along nicely. And now I have everybody working again, which is beautiful. Okay, yeah, so as I've been saying, this is my first episode back from Christmas, so I hope you all have had a good one. While they're building, I guess I can talk about other things as well. What has been going on? Not a lot, really. Like I said, I've been pretty whacked on coding for the last week since I've been doing my other videos. So the last, I think yesterday, day before yesterday, I started looking into the new upgrade here to see what was in it. A couple of the things I can show you once we get the research going, where they changed things, and the main reason why I restarted this. But that's okay, because it gives us a good idea to restart, show us restocking, building, where to go, the importance of what to get done first. As I've told you, the bathroom, I always like to get it done right away because I am a germaphobe. I don't like messes all over my base. It's just not cool. Yeah, when I go to the bathroom, it makes a big mess. You have to clean it up. That takes time. There we go. Let's get our oxygen going. We got the batteries up. And while they're working on that, we're going to go up with our little ladder a bit. Bring up the base, and 1, 2, 3, 4 base tile there. Now, as we are by an active heat geyser over here, this is going to keep producing heat. And that heat will expand over this way. So this is a good area to have machines that are already producing heat that we can insulate off later. I like to start by putting a little bit of my research equipment up here, sorry. I lost it there for a second. I forgot what I was going to say. All right. Set that up that way. Nope, we're doing good there. You got that built. Set the priority on this to 6. Yes, because that's what I want built first. The algae deoxidizer should be set to 6, and those are both set higher priorities. Good. Now we need to get the research going so we can get a compost. We have lots of time before the outhouse fills up, but we don't want to leave the polluted dirt sitting around getting messy, polluted oxygen. You want to compost it and get it going as quick as possible. Okay, now since I am building the area, let's see. Can I fit the research station in there without upsetting those plants? I can. Okay, once again, I like to leave a door, which means I do not need that yet. But I do need that little wire. And there we go. We now have the base wired for sound. And I'm not going to be able to dig those if I don't dig that. Okay, once again, set the priority. Certain things I like to get done quick. I guess you guys can be included in that just because I'm special. Okay, that meal route we don't really need. Okay, we are back. Sorry, I just had to take care of a text message there. And there we go. Things are coming along nicely. We will soon have our research going, so it's time to set some priorities. Now for research, it looks like Dr. Jones has a skill of 5, so we're going to make Dr. Jones a researcher. And nobody else is going to do any research but Dr. Jones. Our lovely farmer Joe is going to be getting into farming soon, but that's going to be a little while. We have a few things to build before then. But as promised, we will take care of them. A little bit of cleanup as we go. And any minute we will have our research going, and I can show you a couple of the things that have been done. Okay, that's not bad. Our first break has started, and we are on cycle 2. Very good. I like to get my research started early. I see Dr. Jones just got a skill increase in digging. Very nice. That always helps. We will take any skill increase we can get. Alright, so everything's going good down here. We've got room for our battery bank. We've got room for our coal generator, and we definitely have room for a nice carbon pit down here. We'll be using this to make a carbon pit as well. And there we go. We now have our research. Let's get started. Now, one of the things I'm going to show you is some of the new research that's been added. Now, in artistic expression, you get the flower pot. In the first one, I believe that's new. In the second one, you now get some things like corner molding and crown molding, hanging flower pots, wall pots, pedestals, ice blocks, and of course sculpting blocks, so you can start to get some morale built up. Now you actually have to get up to textiles production before you get the blank canvas. Now this is a step up from where it was before. You can also get fine art later on, portrait canvases and landscape canvases, as well as home luxuries, plastic tiles, drywall, and many other things. Let's see, what else did they do that was there something else? I've already played this for a while, so everything has been used a few times. I believe everything else is pretty much up to par where it was. I don't think there's been any other big changes, but it seems like my food produces a little slower than it used to. That may just be me. I always go a little overboard on food in the long run anyway. That's just kind of how I do it. And I did not set my research. What an idiot. Okay. So the first thing I like to do is set up for meal preparation. That is the second one in the farming. And the whole reason I do that is for the farm tile and the mess table. While they're researching this, I will be building the bathroom, lavatories, and the bedroom. And then by that time, they will have most of the meal preparation done, and we will be able to get into farming food and building a mess hall to increase their morale. Now that is how we get things started. Okay, Big John, Farmer Joe, that means Dr. Jones will start doing some research after he has charged the batteries. We need to keep them going. But soon we'll have some bigger batteries and a coal generator. Nice little bits of coal in here. Very handy. More coal up here. Very handy. We got 1 ton of coal now and 2 tons of algae. So we're doing pretty good. And it looks like Dr. Jones, has taken care of something else first. Good boy. Get some research done before your break. Get started. Thank you. All right. Dr. Jones is off to work. Farmer Joe has nothing to do while he sits around on his downtime. We will take care of that in a few episodes. Okay, so this is how we start. Now I've got the research going. Dr. Jones is off. Now we need to start working on the morale. So we're going to add a couple of tiles in here on the bathroom. A pneumatic door. And before you know it, we'll have a latrine. And while we're at it, let's do a little bit of work on the bedroom. Right there. Pneumatic door. Furniture. I am just building the whole bedroom now because it's going to take a little while for that research to get done. So I am basically doing this to kill time for the other workers while the main work is being done. Isn't that nice of me? Keeps these little guys busy. Somebody really has to. Okay, we're going to set the floor as a higher priority than anything else because I don't want them to fall through. There we go. As you can see, this is already done. We will open that door at their leisure. And we now have a latrine with a morale bonus of +1. Soon we will have a better morale bonus when we get a restroom and we clean up this area. Add some crown molding to it, make it pretty. It will be less stressful as well. So we want to keep on top of things like that. The first few episodes, things get really dirty and then you have to spend a few cycles cleaning everything up. Oh, and I forgot Dr. Jones was a loud sleeper. Good thing you're on your own, Dr. Jones. It's okay, I just won't schedule anybody to sleep near you. I can just put somebody on the far end over there and we'll be good. There we go. Now it won't be long before we have the bedroom in. And we're going to have to decide what we're going to work on after that. We might dig the carbon pit out a little bit just to get that done. Don't really need it at this point. But it is keep busy work while the little duplicants are doing their thing. I could even start building out where I'm going to build the mess hall, which is going to be up here eventually. But that's not going to be for a little while. And I could always go uproot those plants as well, so I've got them ready for planting when we need them. Let's enable the auto harvest on that one. Get some meal lights going. And let's see, we'll put muck root in there as well. If you happen to find it, you can throw it in the ration case. Okay, Dr. Jones is back on research. This is always good. The bedroom is still going. Nobody's fallen through the crack. And Farmer Joe is putting away food. Good for you, Joe. Okay, Big John is running the wheel. We'll have you digging again soon, John. Dr. Jones, wake up now. You keep doing your research, buddy. Well, looks like Farmer Big John's a little tired. You take an narcoleptic, you move him one square, he gets up and goes back to doing what he's doing. Or you can just let him take a nap. He might be tired. You know, he's working hard running that hamster wheel. It's a lot of work. Okay, so we got the bed set up well so far. We can't complain about that. We have tons of algae and copper, so we're off to a really good start. And what I'm going to be doing soon is, as I build an area, I will let the duplicants build it, and then I will come back. Like, I would take a break here while they're building, and then I would come back afterwards. And I'm thinking that's going to save some time on the videos, allow me to fit more into an episode. Because you really want to sit here watching me do this and just ramble away about nothing. Well, if you do, leave a comment. Maybe I'll keep doing it the way I was doing it in the original episodes. But I thought this might save a little time and allow us to get a little more done. But this one isn't really a big room, so I didn't think it would take too long. And our lovely Dr. Jones is researching. Keeping that hamster wheel going. We're going to need more batteries soon. That's probably going to be my next research item. Got to keep the batteries flowing. Okay, we've almost dug out that bedroom, which is really nice. And then we'll get our bedroom bonus. We're going to have to get an artist or someone with some creativity in a little bit. No big rush on that. You don't want to rush duplicants. You want to get your infrastructure built first and then worry about other things. Like as you can see, we could grab another duplicant right now, but I'm not going to worry about it until I've got a little more stability set up. 1, I want to build another outhouse. 2, I want to get my food started. We are going to need food. And it looks like Dr. Jones has finished the first set. We've got a composter. And we now have an algae terrarium, which I never use. Alright, so we want our composter set up. We're going to do it right down in this area. Let's do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we don't need it that big. We'll just dig it to there for now. Put in a base tile because they need to have a space to jump across. They can only go 1 tile at a time. And then we'll go into medicine because we are building a compost. You want somewhere for them to clean the germs off after they're done. Now, this is going to be a one-way composter. Yes, I think that's how I'm going to do it. So then we'll go into refinement, take our compost, and let's see, we wanted deodorizers. There we go. We will leave room for 2 deodorizers there. And that will give us our first compost. And let's see, do we have any? No, you're about halfway through, no rush on that. Bedroom is almost done. And open the doors. If you keep the doors open, they run through quicker. It just saves a quarter of a second here and there, which, as any gamer knows, adds up. There you go, wait for the door, open the door, run through the door. Save a second where you can. I'm curious, is this big enough for the bonus yet? No, it's not. We still have to fill that in. See that? No effect. We're 1 tile too big. I usually build those things as max as I can. So let's set a priority on 7 just so we can get that done. And I'm going to set a priority of 6 right down here because I want this compost built as quick as I can. I still have 8 visits, so that's a long time. We're on the first break of cycle 3. And there we go. We now have the bedroom. Voila. Barracks. Morale +1. Latrine. Morale +1. Oh, and it looks like we have the planter box and the ration box. We don't need those yet. We will need that microbe masher. Okay, let's see. This is what I want them working on. Farmer Joe is on his break. Dr. Jones is doing research. Sanitizing, then doing research. Good boy, Dr. Jones. Okay, we're down to 14,000 kilocalories, but we're going to be growing our food real quick. Plus, there is quite a bit of muckroot I can dig up. I'm not worried about food as of this point. There's also lots of muckroot up here I can dig. Some nice briar plants I can stick in here. So we are off to no worries. Well, looks like Dr. Jones is taking care of that. I should have set this priority to 6 as well. Maybe 7. Well, somebody will come and do it then. We need to get our oxygen back. And there we go. Big John is on the job. Which means Farmer Joe's sleeping. He'll be put to work soon enough. And Dr. Jones is now on his break. Alrighty. Now let's see. Yes, things are progressing along pretty nice. 4 cycles in, we've got power, we've got latrines and bedrooms, we've got research going and started. We've got lots of water, we've got room for more duplicates. Things are on the up and up. And we've even got a nice little carbon pit that's not interfering with anything yet. Lots of coal, lots of copper, lots of sandstone for building, and lots of plants for pillaging. I think we are off to a very good start. And it looks like we are into cycle 4, which is usually where I call it, but I think we're going 5 cycles. We're going to start doing some changes in the recording, but this is the first episode. I like to get a good understanding of where you should be and what you should have at this point. Now this is a really nice one because it's a good world gen because everything is able to be built in quick, easy access. Like as you saw, water, bang, we were right there. A little ways down, we had an outhouse. A little ways down, we got our compost and power. Right up here, we got research, bedrooms. Everything is quick, easy access, and, so we didn't have to run far to build anything. We didn't have to do too much digging to get the outhouses built. I mean, we had the outhouses and beds at the end of cycle 1, so we did quite well there. And now we are getting to work on our little compost area, which is good. I think we still got 6 or 7 visits remaining. There we go, 6. So this will be built in time. A skill increase on construction for Farmer Joe. Good boy, Joe. That'll help you build things a little quicker. Once again, set our direction. It only needs to go one way. Always a good idea to keep the priority a little higher on the things that they're going to need to refill. I only set higher priorities on buildings if I need them built right away. Or if I want something built before it's something else. Okay, there we go. Back on the hamster wheel. I should set that back to 6 as well. And 6 it shall be. Okay, our sink is ready, so now when they use this lovely little composter and get all germy, they'll clean off before they go and handle food or water or anything else. No sense dragging those germs everywhere. And when we get some deodorizers, we will, of course, put them in, keep the area clean. Because the composter does release polluted oxygen a little bit at a time. But you have a lot of time to deal with it before it becomes a problem. Alright, I think once we... what I'm waiting for is the research to finish on the farm tiles, and then I'm going to end this episode. Because it looks like we are just about done. Just a little ways to go there. And they're talking we need food and more oxygen. I don't think we need more oxygen yet. We should be doing pretty good. Well, maybe we do need a little more generation down here. Well, let's see, I want to keep the carbon down, so let's put one right down here. There we go. Okay, that'll just take them a minute to build. And then we will have more oxygen coming on down here. But it looks like the oxygen over here is doing quite well. This will keep pushing up into the area. We've got some oxalite up here pushing out more oxygen. And they are still looking for a food source. Dr. Jones is now done. Excellent. So next we're going to go into combustion. Get some coal power going and some bigger batteries going. This will stop our duplicants from having to use a hamster wheel and save us a whole bunch of time. Alrighty, so as a quick recap in this episode, we set up our water filters, we set up our restrooms, our basic power and composter. We're going to set that to priority 6. And there we go, we set up our bedroom. We have the morale bonus going for each, we have research going, and we are just into cycle 4. So we are going to save it here. Once again, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you give us a like, a subscribe, or a share if you find any of this useful. Go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to hear how you start your bases. Let me know what you do, what you consider a priority, and where do you go with research in the beginning. Alright, this is Unka Bean from Unka Bean's Games Lab saying we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.